Hey everyone, Nick here again, back to talk about The Walking Dead, and right now I'm going to be giving my review of episode 3. I know I'm a week and a half late, but last week I was really sick and really miserable, and so far this week I've been pretty busy and I just haven't really had the time or the opportunity to make my review, so here it is. It's a few days late, it's a week and a half late, but you know, it's better than nothing. So episode 3 I thought was a lot of fun. There were a lot of really good things about it, some somewhat questionable things. We'll get to those, but I'll start off with the positive aspects. First thing is something that I've touched upon already, but in this episode I thought the moral dilemmas that were going on were, again, very well handled. I think it's very interesting what the show is doing because it's showing, like, even though everyone's on the same side, there's some dissent as to the proper way to go about doing things. And for me, it's kind of almost like Civil War, like Captain America Civil War, because like neither side is presented as being 100% right or wrong, and that's what I like. And I really think The Walking Dead has a very fascinating balance going on. Of course, the big disagreement in this episode was Morgan and Jesus. They actually fought each other, and that was honestly an intense fight. I didn't think it was gonna be a fight. I saw it in the trailer. I thought they were probably just training or something. But no, it was a legit fight, and I thought it was very, very well done. It was very intense, and at the same time, it was like, I don't want this to be happening right now because I love both of these characters. I don't want them to be fighting. I want them to be working together, you know? And then Gregory made his return to the hilltop. That, in my opinion, hands down the funniest moment of the season. Just how done everybody is with him. Just Maggie being like, Gregory! Like she's yelling at her son. Her son who's like 30 years older than her. And it's just so funny because Gregory is just, he's such an a-hole. Like, even for this show. I mean, let me just make this little comparison for you. The actor who plays Gregory, Xander Berkeley, the first thing I ever saw him in, at least that I can remember seeing him in, was Air Force One, the one where Harrison Ford played the president and Air Force One got hijacked. Well, Xander Berkeley was a Secret Service agent in that movie, but he was actually a traitor working with the terrorists who took over the plane. That's not a spoiler, it's given away in the very beginning, so it's, if you haven't seen the movie, I haven't spoiled anything for you, that's just what happens. And even taking that into account, even taking how much of a traitor he is there into account, he was nowhere near as big of a jerk as he is on this show. Like, it's comical, really, at this point. And, you know, that's fine with me. I love seeing everyone just roast him. It's very satisfying because it's happening to such a deserving target. Like when, in early season 6, when Rick and Gabriel were not on good terms with each other, Rick was picking on Gabriel mercilessly. It was kind of funny, but at the same time, you kind of felt a little bad for Gabriel because he was at least trying to redeem himself. Gregory, it's just like, it's hilarious. He deserves every bit of grief that comes his way. And he ain't gonna get the same redemption arc that Gabriel did. Now as for what I thought was the best part of the episode, the most well done part, something that was far more emotional than I thought it would be, Eric's death. Now, I thought it'd be emotional in the sense that, like, I feel bad for Aaron, because I really like Aaron, and he's losing his boyfriend, and I thought it'd just be sad for him, but, you know, we'd actually been starting to see Eric start to do some stuff, and it felt bad seeing him go, you know? And just, Ross Marquand, who plays Aaron, his performance was just so good in this episode. This was his best performance since he's been on the show, in my opinion. Because, like, that was real pain. And the last time he saw Eric just wandering off as a zombie, and he couldn't even put him down because there was a herd coming towards Eric. Like, he couldn't even do that for him. That was heartbreaking. And it was very well done. Now, as for some of the things I didn't love as much about the episode, Morales, there was just... The whole thing was just pointless. What was the point of bringing him back just to kill him off immediately? Don't get me wrong, I thought it was pretty awesome when Daryl just walked in and shot him. But at the same time, it's just like, what did we do all this for? Why did they bring him back? I guess it's because a lot of people for years have been asking, where is Morales? And I'd wondered that too. When they were still in Georgia, I thought there was a chance that they could see him again. Like, he could cross their path again, but to Virginia, I moved on. But, I mean, I thought maybe he'd appear on Fear the Walking Dead. Maybe he just kept going west and ran into those characters. Like, if they really wanted to bring Morales back, I think that's what they should have done. And I think it would have been a more believable way to like, cross over The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, which apparently they're doing, and I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see, I guess. And also, some characters made questionable decisions in this episode, particularly Morgan not shooting Jared, the long-haired guy that killed Benjamin, the kid from the Kingdom, last season. Now, I mean, I kind of got why he didn't at the end of the last episode, and the one before this one, episode 2. But he just kept instigating him, and I'm just like, please just shoot him already, please. And then when he took off running with a chain gang, basically, Morgan chased them all down. I knew they weren't going to get far because there were like 10 guys running with their hands tied together. One of them trips, and they're all done. Or if Morgan shoots one of them, they're all done. And he did, but for some reason he shot some random guy that had already tripped. Like, why not just shoot Jared? I could not understand why he didn't just do that immediately. And I wouldn't have blamed him for it, because it seemed like it was his idea to make the other guys run, and they all just kind of went along with it. So I don't know why Morgan hasn't killed him yet. The only thing I can think of is that they're saving a very gruesome and satisfying death for Jared. At least I hope so, because he has to die. He just does. Overall, I think I'd give episode 3 an 8 out of 10, just like I did with episode 2. It was not perfect. It had some things I didn't quite get. Some things I'm like, I don't even know why you decided to do this. But overall, it was still very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was good. And I will see you next time for my review of episode 4.